After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. First carry for Najee Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. Now Kaepernick. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, big hole left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him again on a likely carry on this down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurt him.
And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 119 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. Here we go on 4th. The pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Kaepernick. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This is McCaffrey on the give. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35. 136 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On 4th down, Newton. And Thomas has it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, it's Newton. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Kaepernick. Here's a diving catch right side. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Johnson with a reception. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. Johnson's got it complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Boswell's kick is good. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, these two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Newton on first down. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Second down and 8. Kaepernick going to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Here's Kaepernick to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Newton. Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Dancing to his left. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Kaepernick. Trying to improvise. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Kaepernick. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris there to make the grab. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 246 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take for 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Detroit pride that time, gets the tackle. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Touchdown! Tyron Johnson, 37 yards. And the Steelers are on their way to the franchise's 7th Super Bowl title. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Kaepernick looking to throw. He finds his man Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Steps away to his left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that one falls incomplete. And they're left now with just 2 seconds here in the first half. One last throw here for Newton. They'll roll him out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that.